Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? It's going to be a wee bit busy tonight. I've got a couple things to do. I'm mostly recovered from being sick. I'd say 95%. I'm going to cover an oil, and we're going to do a recipe that also involves a different oil. But hey, we'll get the one oil out of the way, and then we're going to make some snickerdoodles. First of all, I have a guest in the basement. I'm going to bring her up. Are you ready? Hello,
I'm ready.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm here. My mom was in the hospital again. We don't know what's wrong. This is an emergency room. Yeah. So I'm just sitting here. Can't do anything.
That's the hard part. Sitting there and not being able to do anything to help.
Nope. So, on a bright note, we're going to have fun tonight.
Yep. Well, first of all, I call the thing King of Kings because I'm talking about frankincense. Frankincense is considered the king of oils in the essential oil business. It's one of the most prized and precious oils of all. doTERRA's frankincense is a combination of 4 different blends of boswellia. Frankincense comes from the resin from the sap of the boswellia trees. So our frankincense is a blend of the 4 best. Now it comes in a 15 ml bottle. It also comes in the touch blend, which is diluted already in the roller bottle. Has the roller on top. And it's already pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil. And we have a saying, it's like, when in doubt, get the frank out. It's so versatile. You can use it for so many things. It has a warm, peaceful aroma. To me, it's more of an earthy aroma. Yeah, kind of more earthy aroma. You can diffuse it. You can use it aromatically. You can use it topically. It's mild, so you don't need to dilute it unless you're sensitive to it. This is already diluted. I'll go up here a few more things, and then I'm going to add a couple things at the end here. It helps cleanse, soothe, and moisturize your skin. It promotes radiant, healthy complexion, and it's of the doTERRA skincare line. It helps clean teeth and gums, and you can add it to any of your own skincare cleansers or whatever. If you're putting whatever cleanser for your skin in your hand, you can put a drop in with it and mix it in and use it that way. There's so many uses for it. You can use it on your skin. You can use it in the cleaners. There's so many things. You can look up frankincense oil and under doTERRA. There's so many ways to break it down. Now I'm going off record when I'm saying these because most of my audience is from the U.S. anyways, or outside of Canada. As a Canadian side of it, I can't say this because Health Canada's put regulations on supplemental, like all the supplemental things like essential oils and all those other things, and all your vitamins and all that, the regulations, like you can't say certain things. So on the U.S. side, this can be, on the U.S. side, taken internally. I use it in a blend that I take internally occasionally. So it supports your cellular health when it's taken internally. And like the big wigs, the higher ups, so those people in doTERRA that started the company, there's a lot of them that take a couple drops of it under their tongue every day. It's not the best tasting stuff, but hey. And there are studies, I'm not going to confirm or deny, but there are studies about the effect that frankincense has on, and I'm going to call it the big C, and I don't mean C19, I mean the C that was around before C19. There's lots of research out there. You can look up doTERRA, look up frankincense oil. The king of oil, because, one of those things was presented to the king of kings. And we also have myrrh oil, too. We don't have gold, but we get frankincense and myrrh. And both are great for your skin and stuff. So moving right along. The next thing we're going to make is snickerdoodles. And this one calls for cinnamon bark oil. Snickerdoodles. Now our friend Cookie in the YouTube streets, his favorite is Cookie snickerdoodles. Very strong cinnamon scent. Excuse me. Now I'm going to turn this down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. I've got the recipe in front of me, and I'll explain as I go, and then I'll put the recipe in the in the description afterwards. So I'm starting off here. I have 1.5 cups of white sugar in my bowl. To that, I'm going to add 1 cup of butter softened. I'm going to cream those together. Well, I'll mute my mic so you guys don't have to listen to the the mixer. If we can get it plugged in.
Blend, 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 blend. Mix, mix, mix. Yummy, yummy, yummy. They're going to be so good. But I had never thought of using cinnamon oil in a recipe. That's going to be interesting.
They're creamed together those two. Now, when I'm talking about cooking with essential oils, I'm only referring to doTERRA essential oils
Right.
because I know they are certified pure. So I've got that cream together, butter and sugar. I'll put that aside for a minute. In a separate bowl, sift together dry ingredients. Well, I've got most of the dry ingredients in my sifter. This one's mine. I have my grandmother's as well. But I have in here 2 3/4 cup all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Come on, you. Oh, this could take forever. Maybe there's a reason I don't use my sifter one. I can't reach my grandmother's right now. It's too high, so I'll just use a sieve. Sift it through the sieve. Oops. Move my mouse out of the way. Hard to do this without getting it all over. This is trying my patience. I used to have a better sieve, but it kind of got broken over the years. My sifter used to work pretty good. It's acting up. My grandmother's was way back in the cupboard and I can't reach it.
I use one of those that you're using now. I have one like that.
My grandmother has one similar to this, but hers has a crank handle on the side.
I've got one of those. We got it at a yard sale. Someone had painted a scene on it. My husband thought it was cute and brought it home for me.
Holy smokes. I might grab the other one, see if it works better. This is really annoying me. Can I reach it? Yep, I guess I can. Let's try Grandma, see if it's going to work any better. Some got packed in between, that was the problem. Yeah, now it's working better. So my grandma's works much easier. Hers, you just crank around and hers just cranks like that. And within moments,
Voila.
it's done. Okay, I'm gonna move those out of the way. I'm getting flour all over the place right now. Don't want to get flour in my nose for my computers. Okay, so we got the dry ingredients in there, and then we're add the rest of the remaining wet ingredients, which is 2 eggs. I guess I should have kept my mixer plugged in for that. Two eggs, 1 drop of cinnamon bark oil. 1. There we go. Don't want too much. Most of the cooking, 1 drop is good. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. One, 2. So my wet ingredients are the eggs, vanilla, and the cinnamon oil. I'll plug this in just for a second, mix it up a little better, and then we're going to mix the wet and the dry together.
Yeah.
Move that out of the way. Add remaining, okay. Okay, together. We add the remaining wet ingredients. We got our dry ingredients, which was the flour, cream of tartar, and baking soda. I'm going to combine it with, if you're not making mess, you're not baking. That's right, Leslie. I just go through it all over myself. So mix in the dry ingredients a bit at a time here. So I don't know how much Christmas baking we're going to get done, but this is a start. Means I have to put some of it away so my kids don't eat it before. Dang, you blew your cover again? I see you sneaking in there, Busby. I like these silicone utensils my son got. Because they're easy. You don't need to use a spatula all the time. You can just use a spoon for scraping the side. The dough's getting a little bit stiffer now. Jeez. Leave it to me to wear a black shirt. I'm dealing with flour. I was originally going to try the gluten-free flour. But when this recipe took like almost 3 cups of flour, I was like, maybe not. Yeah, it's getting stiff now. I've got a little bit more to mix in, and then we can start rolling. Yeah. You were in Misha's live earlier? Yeah, I was trying to get other things done. I seen you sent me the link for Misha's, but I had a bunch of things to need to get done. One of them included running to the store to get eggs, make the snickerdoodles, and dog food, because they ran out of dog food.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get a smaller spoon for scooping that out. And wash the dough off my fingers. 1 second. I've got the oven preheated at 350. And in my separate bowl here, I have some sugar and cinnamon. I'm going to roll the snickerdoodles in and then put them on the baking sheet. Okay, Mouse, quit going over things I can't see. This dough's being a little sticky tonight, so I'm just gonna put it right in the bowl so I don't wobble my fingers.
Could you let that sit in the refrigerator a little bit before you rolled them?
I probably should, but I don't have that much time tonight.
Right.
I'm on a limited amount of time. My son wants to cook dinner and he wants the oven, so maybe I'll make some of them and the rest I'll put in the fridge and do later. We will see.
They look yummy and they're not even cooked.
Nope. We'll see if they turn out or if they're a flop. I've made them before, but the dough was a little less sticky the last time. Right, Buzzy? Who's got time to let things sit?
Not me.
But I think that's what I might do. I'll get a dozen baked here during my live, and then I will put the remaining in to chill for a little bit. It's a little warm in the kitchen tonight. Got about 8 or 9 of them done so far. There's another doTERRA one I really like making. It's a lemon cream cheese cookie.
Lemon cream. Oh, that sounds good.
And they're very light. They're almost taste like a cross between a sugar cookie and a shortbread.
Yeah.
I'll do one more, and then I'll put this in the oven. And then I'm going to chill the rest of it because for some reason it's really soft. Don't remember it being this soft the last time, but hey.
You never know.
You never know.
You can make one recipe and then turn around and make another one, and they turn out completely different because it's different days, the different temperature in the air, the humidity.
Yeah, humidity, whatever. I'm going to stick these in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Come on. Turn the light on so I can keep an eye on them. Actually, we'll give them 10 and then we'll check. And just cover this and put it in the fridge till later on. Find a spot to put it. So we can get a few groceries and fill up the fridge. Ow! I'm fine. I'm just kicking the chair. That there. That in the sink. More dishes to do. We're done enough today. Oh well. The joys of cooking or baking. Okay, I'm just going to move my camera down, so I'm going to stop the camera for a minute so it doesn't make all you guys dizzy. I just don't want to shake it all over the place. So I'll see if those snickerdoodles turn out. If not, oh well. I'll put the recipe in the thing. It turned out before, but for some reason it feels extra sticky today. Cup of butter, yeah. 1.5 cups of sugar. Yeah, I did that. 2 eggs, vanilla, cinnamon oil, 2/3 of a cup, 2 3/4 cups, flour, pure tartar, baking soda, yeah. Who knows? We'll see how they turn out. I haven't got to do it for a couple of years, but one year I did it with my daughter-in-law, and then for about 2 or 3 years, my cousin and I would get together. We'd each buy some of the ingredients, and we'd have just a Saturday of baking cookies or treats for Christmas. And when we got all done, she took some home, some got left here, and but she got home from Nunavut, and she's gone. Her and her husband have gone down to Kentucky to see their daughter that they haven't seen for 5 years since she was in the Navy. And my daughter-in-law is busy with work, so it was fun. It's fun getting together and baking with friends. I've gone to cookie exchanges too, but they were They're fun, but that's a lot of baking when you have, depending on how many ladies are coming, and you have to bake enough for a dozen for each lady that came. But it's fun to go home with several dozen assorted cookies. I'll probably make some peanut butter cookies. Trying to think what else I was gonna make. I've got some store-bought cookies already. They're hidden away.
Yeah, I went and bought another box of the Christmas ginger cookies that come from Germany at Little's this week, and I'm not gonna open them until I get back from my trip because I don't want to get burnt out because I already eat a box and a half, and I can't find the other half of the box. So they'll come out next spring, all rotten and moldy somewhere.
I got a bag of the Christmas cookies, and a box of chocolate mint chocolates for like after dinner mint.
Yeah.
So I was like, nope, they're staying upstairs in the bag. If I bring them out, they'll be all gone. What did I get? The after eights. I can't believe they're like $7.99 a box. But I got them at our grocery store over here, and if you use your club membership points, you can get $3 off. So I paid $4.99. There's no way I'm paying $7.99 for a box of chocolates.
Not me either.
It used to be the easy thing. If you didn't know what to get a person, just buy a box of chocolates. They were cheap and easy, but now it's like, whoa, prices gone through the roof. I'm trying to think what else I've seen. Any of the chocolates were under $10, $11. Then for next week, I'm going to do trivia.
Like next week. Before Christmas or still after?
Before 21st.
Yeah, 21st. Yeah, I'll be in Florida, so I don't know if I'll be around on a.
That's
I'll be
okay.
playing with my grandson.
Family time's important.
Yeah, especially when they only allow you so many days, you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that.
But better than nothing.
Yeah.
I've heard of grandparents who hadn't seen their grandchildren maybe once in their life because they just don't get along with parents.
Yep. Well, it's one thing when I was working in the doctor's office, it was surprising the number of grandparents that were raising their grandchildren.
Yes, I see a lot of that too.
Well, if I had to, I would. Well, I don't have any grandchildren. I have fur grandbabies, but it was like if I had to, I would raise my grandchildren. But I would rather the parents do it. But you think once you get to that age, you can just be a grandma and spoil them and hand them back.
Right. Yeah, I watch a lady on YouTube. She's raising her 2 grandchildren, but because her parents were, I think, on drugs. You know.
Yeah, that was usually the case on the ones at the office.
Yeah.
It's sad, but at least they're being raised by family. They're not into the system. End up getting fostered.
Yeah.
shipped off, or
Either she took them or they went in the system, and she said they're not going in the system. So,
cookies smell good.
smell-o-vision. Pump it right out.
They're popping up. So hopefully. Just peeking. You can smell the cinnamon. Smell-o-vision would be good, Danny. As long as things smell good. Wouldn't want smell-o-vision if things smelled gross.
Yeah, it went through the internet and went through the bad direction, and it comes out bad.
You'll come across like stuff smelling like skunk or rotten eggs or something like that. Yeah, only for the good stuff. Yep. That was 10 minutes. I'll take a peek and see if they look like they need.
You like soft and chewy or hard and crispy?
And I also want to get them out before they burn on the bottom. Okay, I heard you.
Watching YouTubers last night, they were baking cookies from the store, packages.
Yep.
But they let them in like 30 seconds too long, and they said they were good, but they were more crispy than they were chewy.
There we go. Is it close up there? Oops.
Yum.
If I can put it. Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. They look good. I'm just going to take them off here and let them cool. So maybe I can try one before the end. Oh! I've got the rest of it in there cooling off, so hopefully they won't be as sticky when I do the rest. As far as the other ones haven't come out snipping it out. Okay, camera, don't be doing weird things. Well, the first week of December, I usually do trivia. I forget, we did something else instead. I was like, a big announcement next week. And I was like, need something else to do.
Oh, a big announcement?
A big surprise.
You open another YouTube channel.
Oh, I should.
You see, a lot of these people who have more than one channel, then they can't keep up. I said, I'm good to do one.
I'm good to do one, but sometimes it's handy to have another one when you don't want to go into other chats as yourself.
Oh, I have a secret chat. Yeah, nobody knows about me. That one.
Yeah.
That kind. But to make content on
No.
one channel, I need.
No, I don't need. I've got enough content going. I still got a short coming on every day. I've got 761 videos. I don't need to be feeding another channel. Unless I was to do something with like it was just a LARP channel or something like that. But
Right.
I think my oldest is going to take a break after next season for a little while. So I still got a few LARP videos to edit from the Lost event, like the October event. We didn't go to November because my oldest had gone to Ohio. And the pictures I seen of the what they call high winter, which is more the Christmas event, I just kind of shook my head. Like, why are there cows? People dressed as cows.
At a Christmas event, they dress up like cows.
There was a mod that they were dressed up as cows, and I don't want to know. I was looking at the sister of the owner did pictures and a couple little short videos, and I just kind of they were singing cows at that. I'm like, I don't want to know. Good pictures, but I was like, okay. It's a lot of silliness on that one.
Right.
But it's fun. After the seriousness and the scariness of usually the Halloween event. But there was some stuff at the Halloween event people weren't happy about, so it was interesting to see who showed up for the High Winter event. Just by looking at the pictures, I was surprised to see a couple there because I thought they would be maybe the kind that rage quit or something, but I guess they got over their madness and came back. But there won't be any LARP until probably Tavern Nights, January, February, March. I don't know. Haven't seen anything posted yet.
Next year, I don't know what content I'm going to bring. The same old, same old.
Yeah, I just kind of sitting there like last year for 1st of January. That's when I decided to. Okay, the first week of the month I would do trivia. The second week I'd do an oil. The third week I would do something else, and it was like it kind of helped me stick to a bit of a routine. But now it's like, what do I want to do? Where do I want to expand myself? Haven't figured that out yet.
Well, I do know that I did buy Six Flags Over Georgia tickets. It's 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the traffic from my house. And so you'll get some daytime, maybe once or twice a month. I'll go to Six Flags. And I'm going to go live probably. You know, I'm not a big rider, so you won't catch me on that roller coaster.
I don't do three of those.
But if I go 3 times, I'll get my money's worth out of it. So I'm going to do that. And I'm doing Darian's trip to Germany. You're going to see that. And then I'm doing the cruise, and you're going to see that.
I'm going to see you.
Yeah, I get to
In
meet
person.
my friends. Yep, I get to meet my friends. And I'm also going to Helen, Georgia, to the meet and greet in Helen, Georgia, which is 2 hours from my house. Me and my cousin are going.
That'll be fun for you. Get to meet these people in person.
Yep, and then I go back to Florida in May to see my grandson, and I'm 95% sure that I'm going to Disney World without them. So if anybody lives around there wants to come and meet me at Disney World, I would love it. If there's a lady that wants to room with me, you can share my hotel with me. I didn't tell my daughter because she's going to say, we don't have time to go, so I'm just going to go before I go to his house for his birthday party.
You do you.
Yeah, I'm going to do me. You know, I'm not going to wait around for someone to say, hey, buy me the ticket, we'll go, you know. Because I was going to buy their tickets, but they don't want it. And they wouldn't even buy mine, and they get them cheaper because they live in Florida. And I said, whatever. But it's going to be a fun year.
Hello, Amy. Have to work, but
right now. Well, hi, Amy.
want to stop in and say hi. She's at work.
Yep. Now I could go to Six Flags Over Georgia right now on the weekend and see the Christmas stuff they got out, but I don't drive home at night, so I don't see going in the daytime when there's nothing lit up. When the lights and the whatever's not ready.
I would like to go uptown. Did I release that one yet or not? I think it's coming up. The short content. Have I released that short yet? Come on.
Well, I've got one on pause that I'm watching from Germany. I don't understand the word the guy is saying, but he's at one of those Christmas markets. I understand food. I understand looking at lights and things to buy.
Just published it yesterday. I want a short entitled Christmas Rock. It's a great big huge Christmas tree of lights.
Hi, Georgianne.
Hey, Georgianne. We have every year was what we call a celebration of lights, and it's up at the park along the waterfront.
Right.
And when my friend's dad passed away, his apartment building is right across from the park there. So my friend and I went twice. Went to take her dog for a walk. We got there. We started down by the lights and just got past that big tree that I managed to get video of, and then the lights went out for the night. Twice in a row. So I just need to get somebody to take me down there earlier in the evening so I can get video of the lights. They're up until usually the weekend after the New Year. So hope to get down there and get video of that so I can post that. I wanted to do that last year. I planned to do it last year. I never got around to it. But I got video of Christmas lights on the Port Huron side last year. So I want to do the Canadian side this year. I was hoping to do the Christmas parade, but that was so long when my friend had been here too, and I was just kind of exhausted after that, helping her.
I was going to do the Christmas parade in our town, and I went to the website to see what it was, and I said, okay, it's tomorrow. No, it was the night. I was looking at it because I looked at I looked at 22 instead of 23. I said, oh, well, I missed that one. My neighbor and I usually go. She missed it too, so.
Ours wasn't last Saturday. It was the Saturday before. My friend had been in town. Oh, her and her sister left that Saturday to go home. And it would have been nice if she had still been here and we could have gone up because it was like one street over from where her dad's apartment was. But oh well, maybe next year I'll catch the Santa Claus parade because ours is a nighttime one. And it's all Christmas lights and see pictures and video will look pretty cool. And the flour on me to make another batch of cookies.
All right. Lap cookies.
Well, I looked down, I was sifting that, and it's what plopped. I was like, sure. Got a black shirt on, landed right in my lap. I wonder what these cookies are feeling like. They look pretty good. Should take them off and put them on one cooling rack so I can reuse the parchment. I guess they turned out okay. I know what I did different is because I had to use margarine instead of butter. And last time I did that on some cookies, I ended up the cookies went all over the tray. So I wanted to make sure that didn't do the same thing, but it's worked out.
I don't even bring margarine in the house anymore. I know it's cheaper, but I just don't like the taste of it, so I don't even bring it in the house.
I wouldn't either, but the way we go through it, it's like I can't afford it.
I wait till it's on sale. When it's $2.50 in the U.S. on sale, I buy 4 or 5 of them, freeze them, and take them out.
I bought a pound of butter on sale yesterday. On sale was $4.99.
Wow.
Butter has been like $5, $6, $7, $8 a pound here,
That's a lot.
which is ridiculous.
Well, it's like $6, 5 something at Kroger, almost $6 at Kroger. But when I can go to Lidl's or Aldi's and get it for $3.40 something, and then when it goes on sale, for around $2.50 to $3, I stock up and put them in the freezer.
I did at one point. I caught it on sale for like I think it was like $3.99 or $4 or something like that, and I bought 2 of them, but of course it got used up. So I bought a pound last week. It's in the freezer.
Right.
It's in the freezer. I'll buy them the margarine since they're the one that goes through so much. Why was Santa's little helper depressed? Because he had very low self-esteem. Ha ha, Busby. What do you call a kid who doesn't believe in
I
Santa?
think it's still on sale at Aldi's. I may go get 1 or 2 before I go to Florida and put it in the freezer. A couple more in the freezer. Now, I like buying the butter that's got the butter and the olive oil together. I like that, but I looked it up on this app that I have. Don't remember the name of it, and it's supposed to tell you when you scan it if it's good or bad. And it came up bad for that product. It came up bad for butter too, but I said I'd rather use butter than the margarine.
I was raised on butter. I wasn't raised on margarine, and I very rarely bought margarine, but not with the price of butter right now. I'll buy butter when it's on sale. And I'm going to need some to make some butter tarts because they're not called margarine tarts. They're called butter tarts.
Oh, I found the tarts, but it wasn't. It was tarts, but not tarts. It was a roll-out piece of pie dough, and they were cut into little circles, and you unrolled it and pulled the circles out and put them in your own little tin. But I said, I wish they made them in the little tin like they used to.
Yeah. What's that?
But you can't find it.
I know where they are here in the grocery store because they have the tender flake ones. It's like a dozen for tart shells for like $4 or something like that. But then there's this other brand you can get 30 tart shells for. It used to be 3 something, now it's up 5 something. But I usually buy those because a dozen butter tarts doesn't last very long around here. My dad and I love butter tarts. What kind of cookies, Georgianne? Snickerdoodles. Which is our cookie's favorite cookie. Thought of that when I was making them.
Santa paid for his sleigh nothing. It was all on the house.
Got another dozen ready to go in. This batch, depending on the size cookie you make, you can see about 3 dozen. So put that on 10 minutes again. Wash my fingers off again. It's sticky. see if I can get this last one here. Oh, that pan's kind of hot. Put that on the wrong spot to cool. It's over the wrong burner. Yeah, I'll probably get 3 dozen of them.
Yeah, they're not gluten free, so you're gonna have to be careful, right?
Yep. What do you call a scary looking reindeer? A caribou. I'm trying to here. They were running 99 cents for all baking. Well, I was saying earlier, like I usually, me and my cousin or me and my daughter-in-law would usually buy a bunch of the ingredients and then would make a bunch of cookies or squares or whatever. It was great meeting you on the Zoom meeting last Friday, Danny. Okay, so does anybody come in here that doesn't know, Danny was the winner of the Papa Mozo Award last Friday night from Helping Hands for Cruising, which is awarded to someone in the community that goes above and beyond helping Hands for Cruising. And Danny's been there for cruisathons and most of our live streams. She's a moderator in. It was fun, and your mom had fun. Yeah, that's good.
I had never heard of the award, but I'm glad she got it because I see her in everybody's chat.
The first ones were awarded. There was 2 awarded the night before the inaugural cruise. The recipients were Troy Stansel and Lorraine DeVoe. Lorraine has a channel. Traveling with Disabilities or something like that. Sorry, I can't remember the top of my head. Traveling with Special Abilities, I think it is. And Troy's been one of our amazing supporters. Troy got Kenny's plane ticket, and he flew from his home in Kansas to Tennessee, met up with Kenny, and traveled down to Georgia, on to Miami. So Kenny didn't travel alone.
Well, that was really nice.
And then Lorraine and her daughter took Kenny to Disney after the cruise.
Oh, that was wonderful.
So they were the first 2 recipients. You love Troy's new name? It's I do and I don't, but you can just channel name to said Troy S. It's Troy S. Hole. But it's good when we see him in chat. I do have a video prior to the cruise where it's awarded. I think I just have to scroll back far enough here to cruise time. Scrolling. Long ways, and you got a bunch of LARP ones in the middle. Okay, it's cold. Day 2, the Helping Hands for Cruising meetup. So when everybody was there, when people were arriving, and then it has the presentation. Oops. Hush, hush. Copy over here.
Uh-oh. I didn't know she got kicked. She touched the wrong button. Oh, well. She'll be back eventually. Yeah, it's the Roxanne Show. I was going to go live tonight, and then I remembered that Michael Ann goes live, so I said, no, I'll probably go live Saturday. Or maybe go live when I go out shopping tomorrow. Got to return some sheets. They sent them to me twice.
Stupid cameras.
Yeah, I figured you touched it.
Nope. Trying to reach something and my finger touched the button, and I don't know if it's my camera or it's the plugs. Because I only have 2 USB plugs on the side of my thing, whether they're a little loose or something, but it's like, don't touch things.
Yeah.
That's what's handy when I have somebody up here on panel.
I like going to panels whether I'm showing it on my channel at the same time, dual streaming, or I'm just up there because people see me either way and they, can learn about more than one person.
Kenny laughs his butt off, that's why I laugh at it. If you watch some of my videos from the cruise, I got a couple of when near the end, like at our last dinner together, got laughing at the table like he was gonna choke. So he picked up whatever cough on the cruise, and then they got laughing and coughing and laughing and coughing. And
All right.
hello, Brene. Yeah, the cruise meetup link I posted there is the night Troy and Lorraine presented. Oh, speaking of Troy's. Hello, Troy Camp Maintenance Guy. How are you doing? Got my snickerdoodles. They're looking pretty good too. This tray. How's it going? It's not going too bad. I think I've got over most of what crud I had last week. I had one day I felt really cruddy a couple of days ago. I just pretty much drugged myself into a coma. It's like, I'll take this medication and this medication and this medication, and then it was like, maybe that was a little much. I just zonked out, but I felt so much better after I had a good sleep. As a former nurse, I should know better.
Oh, so you were a registered nurse. I didn't realize that.
I was a registered practical nurse, or what they call it, an LPN in the States.
Right.
I'm coming, I'm coming. I get guck on my fingers here. I know I shouldn't have, but it got too expensive when my boss retired and the pandemic hit. It was too expensive to keep my nursing registration up, so I let it lapse, and it just means I would have to go back and write all the tests and everything else all over again. It's like, yeah, that's not going to happen at my age. So.
Well, could you go work privately, like at somebody's home?
Probably. Depends on what they.
But at our age, who wants to go to work again?
That too, but need the income, so need to find something. Or I don't know if I can get 3 dozen, maybe 2. What have I got? Might be 2.5, maybe close to 3. Because I made them a little bit big. Make good snickerdoodles. I would have made them with a gluten-free flour, but I call for almost 3 cups of flour. It's like, I don't know how much flour I got in that bag in there. I don't want to use it all up in one batch of cookies. But I have other cookies I can make that are gluten-free, like the peanut butter cookies I make that are only like 3 ingredients, or I have the no-bake chocolate macaroon ones. There's some other things I want to make too. They call for graham crackers, and I think the one grocery store I went to has gluten-free graham crackers. So I'll try to get those. Come on. I'm going to have my aunt's car in the morning to do some running around, so maybe I'll get one of those stores.
You'll find what you need.
There we go. That's as good as it's going to get. 3 off of having 3 dozen. Probably would have got 3 dozen if I made them a little smaller. These ones in, and then oven will be free for my son when he wants to make dinner.
You know, I bet you could put chocolate chips in those snickerdoodles and they would taste good too.
Yeah, and somebody saying today they didn't like snickerdoodles because the recipe they had called for cardamom in it. It's like this one doesn't. So, something that starts with C. I'm thinking, what? Cinnamon, cream of tartar in my recipe. But then she thought, well, maybe it's the cream of tartar she didn't like the taste of it. I don't know.
Maybe it's cardamom. Because cardamom can be strong, so you have to put just a little bit.
And holidays, all these cookies and sweets. I'm going to need a diet after New Year's. Well, I never go on a diet on January 1st. I might make a resolution to do it, but I won't start till February 1st. Because there's no way.
Those diet resolutions, because I know I'm not going to stick with them.
I did in 2019 for about 4 months. I did keto and I lost almost 30 pounds.
Wow.
But hard to stay on keto if you're not working and you don't have other people buy garbage food. One thing, when you got meat and potatoes, or not meat and not potatoes, but meat and vegetables and like real cheese and real butter and
yeah.
I can't have all the margarine and other stuff.
Yep.
So I felt
But
good that I did.
I went on an accidental diet. I lost 30 pounds after my husband died. How I did it, I'm not sure. Probably because I had to do the things he didn't, that he did. Now I have to do it all with somebody here in the house. Candy can't take the garbage out or take the laundry basket out. I have to do it all.
Yeah.
So that is a good thing. I needed to lose it, but I still need to lose it more. But I'm happy where I'm at.
I would like to lose a bit more before the cruise. I bought t-shirts when I was on the cruise last year, and I'm not saying they're snug, but I probably should have gone to the larger size, but
Right.
I will make sure when I buy the next size up. Because once I try them on, it's like, yeah, they could have gone the next size up. Oh well.
I've done that. You buy it, you get it home and wear it, and it looks good, fits good. And then when you wash it, it's like, what happened? It's too small.
Yep. Goes in the dryer and comes out too small.
Yeah.
Well, even
go ahead.
no, I think some of them I didn't even throw in the dryer. I hung them to dry because didn't want them to get wrecked.
Yeah. I do that with my pants because I don't buy regular pants. I buy capris. And when I buy them, they're long enough. And then I oops every once in a while, throw it in the dryer, and I said, oh, well, now they're really capris.
My hands smell like cinnamon now from rolling them.
I like a little bit of cinnamon smell, but have you ever been around, guess it's Halloween time, you go into the grocery store and you can smell cinnamon everywhere. It's too strong.
Well, I noticed, and it affects my oldest. I noticed that going into the dollar store or sometimes like into Walmart or whatever, they start bringing it, usually around Halloween time, because they start bringing out the Christmas stuff too. And they got great big pine cones that are cinnamon scented, and that artificial cinnamon scent will bother him. But the cinnamon essential oil doesn't bother him. Stuff with natural cinnamon doesn't bother him, but he can't eat stuff like the cinnamon heart candies and stuff like that. Anything to do with artificial cinnamon taste or scent, it's
not good for you anyway.
The whole bit. So it's like,
right.
She goes shopping. It's like, oh, don't come down this aisle. Smells like cinnamon. I didn't think they were going to turn out with how sticky they were, but we have almost 3 dozen snickerdoodle cookies.
Wow. Yeah.
I will put the recipe in the description later.
I'll be there in 5 hours.
Well, if my youngest gets into them, they might not. I have to start hiding them.
I would go make some fresh cookies, but for just me, that would be an overload of cookies. So I'm gonna make something when I get to my grandson's. Me and him are gonna cook something.
Aldi sells the Canadian maple cookies that B sent you. I found gluten-free ones at Walmart when I was cat sitting, and they were bigger than the other maple ones. Well, usually it's cold enough outside. When I've done baking, I usually bring up a Rubbermaid tote and I sit outside on the patio. And if I make stuff, I'll put it out there on the side of the patio and keeps everything nice and cold. And it keeps out of sight, out of mind. But It's still not staying that cold out here. Well, it's 42 right now, but
Like that refrigerator is supposed to be 40 and under.
yeah.
So
Somebody
not
said
quite
it's
cold enough.
not quite cold enough for me to leave stuff outside. I don't want it getting. Well, nothing I make's gonna spoil. Just I don't know. Plus, if I have to find an empty bin.
Yeah. My nephew one time came home with food, forgot it, and left it in the car. He goes the next morning, I'm going to go eat my leftovers. Let me get them out of the car. I said, you're going to be sick as a dog. No, I won't. I said, Thomas, you're an EMT paramedic. How many have you picked up from food poison? Because they wouldn't eat, their leftovers wasn't stored right. Oh, you're right. And he went and threw them away.
There's been one thing if they've been cold overnight, but not as hot or above room temperature.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't cold. It was summertime.
yeah. Troy says they're calling for 50 degrees tomorrow around here. Well, he is a couple hours from me, but I think they're calling around the same, similar temperature tomorrow. Have to back up and look. It says what for tomorrow? 12. So 12 is $53. Yep. Danny says it's going to be 53 there. Busby says 58 where he is tomorrow. So it's like not the temperature would be storing things outside yet.
No.
But I'm gonna have to.
Well,
I'm gonna have to hide.
You can in Georgia. It doesn't get that cold.
I just like to because when I do that out there, then it keeps everybody else out of the stuff. Otherwise, like, oh, I'll just have a little of this and a little of that, and it's like it's not Christmas yet, and I don't have any goodies because everybody's eating them.
Yeah. I was watching a YouTube where they were making cookies, and the recipe they used, you could eat them raw. Something came up, and she just stopped what she was doing, had them ready to cook. She comes back in the kitchen, and the kids had eaten all the raw dough.
You know, people eat cookie dough. It's like that's gross. So
It
I don't
sounds gross to me. Yeah.
I don't see the appeal in that.
No.
I'll probably do like I usually do what they call magic cookie bars, which is like you melt some butter or margarine in the bottom of your pan, and then you make a crust of graham crackers. Then you pour chocolate chips and caramel chips and coconut, and then put a can of sweetened condensed milk over top. Throw it in the oven for half an hour.
Yes. We used to make those when I was in baking school. We called them Hello Dollies.
That's what I was raised called them, Hello Dollies. But you say Hello Dollies, nobody else seems to know.
Yeah, that my husband wasn't a fan of coconut, but when I made those in school, he'd come by every day before after we started dating. What are you cooking today? And I would just rattle off something that I may have not cooked or may have cooked. He'd go eat it, whether he liked it or not.
You can put nuts in them too, but my cousin was allergic to tree nuts, so I left those out. I'll make some butter tarts. I was hoping to make some mincemeat, tarts, but I haven't got around to making my mincemeat yet. I haven't got the ingredients for all that yet. Looks like I'd like to make some more Christmas pepper jelly. Luckily, I have a couple jars of that. What should I do with the leftover chocolate dip that V sent me? You can melt it again and dip with something else in it, or melt it and pour it over something.
Melt it and put you some peppermint. Take you some old-fashioned peppermint, break it up and put it in it. Make you some peppermint bark, chocolate peppermint bark.
Yeah, if it gets solid when it's cold, you could pour it on a pan and probably with some parchment under it and throw some crushed candy canes or peppermint candies are on it, or nuts or coffee or whatever. What you dip in it? Well, maybe those big long bananas you had.
Graham crackers, bananas, apples,
Marshmallows.
cookies.
Yep.
Talking about gluten-free Oreos, they used to make chocolate-covered Oreos, and I hadn't seen those in a while.
I seen some out last week. Where was I?
So they have them back again.
But they had white chocolate covered Oreos and they had the fudge covered Ritz crackers. As I'm looking at them going, well, they're not gluten free. Dang it.
Now I love taking graham crackers and covering them in chocolate.
Like I said, I'm not buying the gluten free Oreos here, especially in the store down the road here that wants $8.49 for a small pack of cookies. I'll pass.
When I go to Florida, we go to this Angels and Fifth candy store in Daytona. You ever go? That's the best candy shop you ever want to buy from. But they have chocolate covered graham crackers. They're the best.
I've bought chocolate covered graham crackers before, but they're awesome to use for making s'mores. You don't have to melt the chocolate bar in there. You just take the chocolate covered graham crackers and melt your marshmallow covered cream.
If I eat marshmallows, that would be good. Me and marshmallows aren't a big fan. I'll use it in cooking, but I'm not going to sit there and eat.
I've got 2 bags of marshmallows. I have a bag of the small white ones to put in hot chocolate. I have a bunch of hot chocolate K-cups that I hadn't used yet. And I have some colored ones because I make my family calls it 5-in-1 salad, but some marshmallow salad. I did it on one of my lives. I did it on live. Pretty sure it's all on live, not a video. Which is just marshmallows, coconut, pineapple tidbits, mandarin orange, and sour cream. Which is kind of my treat at Christmas or holidays. I hadn't made it the last couple of years because I was like, I'm the one that eats it mostly, and it's all sugar and it's not good for you. And it's like, screw it. I'm going to eat it and enjoy it. It's gluten free.
Yeah, anything you can make gluten free and maybe freeze it for later or hide it in a cupboard that will stay, where the others won't find it. Go for it.
So usually if I'm making something gluten free, I take a piece of masking tape, or I got some painter's tape up here, and it's like a piece of tape goes across the top, and take your Sharpie and I write Mom. That's Mom's.
Yep.
Nobody touches it.
When my kid lived in the house here, I had to write Mom on things because Mom and Dad, Joy and Dad would take it and go, oh, an extra for me.
No, I didn't know you wanted those leftovers. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Maybe she wrote your name on it.
I split the cookies, 12 cookies. I split them 3 ways. They ate theirs, and then I had mine left, so I'd write Mom on them.
Troy, while the girls are talking food, I have a question for you. Trying to change the subject there, Busby?
What's the question?
Oh, yeah, that's something you could ask, but Troy, I don't want to deal with. Can a sewer line
And a
get air
sewer
hot?
line, probably. If you've ever opened up your water, turned on your water, and you hear a split, 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 and nothing's then a splat, splat, flat, that's air in the pipes.
One thing I forgot to do,
Anybody know? Huh?
I forgot to put the timer on for these ones.
I wasn't watching. But I have a semi stopped up sink again. It'll go down after about 30 minutes. But that means I can only wash so many dishes. And I'm not getting a dishwasher again after the trouble I had with the mice in the neighborhood getting in the house again. And eating 2 brand new dishwashers. Well, eating a new dishwasher. Yeah, they ate 2.
Didn't put a timer on that one, and they got almost a little overdone on the bottom.
Those are the ones you call the crunchy ones.
Nope, my toilet's clogged. Nope, my toilet's gurgling. You got gremlins in your toilet? Your vent might be plugged. Well, thanks. My live just went in the shitter. Thanks, Busby. That's okay. We're going to wrap it up soon anyways. Otherwise, my kids will be up here baking and or making dinner and making a lot of noise.
What's he cooking tonight?
I think he's doing chicken Caesar wraps.
Chicken. Oh, that sounds good.
He brought chicken strips, and there's some wraps up there, and it's got Caesar salad fixings. So
All right.
I might just have chicken strips. I don't know. Depends on how hungry I am. Haven't been eating too much. So I think we'll wrap it up. Almost an hour and a half. Next week, there's a surprise coming. And then I think we'll do some trivia. I haven't decided what trivia to do. Should I do Christmas trivia or do I go do Golden Girls trivia? I might just do a Christmas. Maybe some Christmas games.
Trivia, all about Santa Claus.
That's what I did last year. I did some Christmas trivia and I did some Christmas games. I found. But then I was going to do Golden Girls trivia this year, but then I seen another cruise channel did Golden Girl trivia just a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh, I guess I'll put it off for a while. Here, and I wore my Golden Girls shirt tonight. So we'll see you guys next week. I don't think I'll be doing any pop-up lives. I've got some stuff I got to do this weekend. I don't know. Maybe.
Did you show one of the cookies that are completely cooled yet?
I did, but I can show another one.
Maybe I was not paying attention. Yum.
So there's been times I've got like 3.5 dozen of them. This could have been 3 dozen if I'd made them a little bit smaller on some of them. I got three short of 3 dozen. In the last batch, I almost overcooked and I didn't put the timer on. Oops. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for coming in. Everybody take care. If you're starting to do Christmas parties and stuff, be safe out there. Love you guys. See you later.
Bye.